Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? Or maybe you've caught yourself thinking that those simple activities you used to enjoy, like gardening, walking around the block, or picking up groceries, are starting to feel a little more exhausting than they once were. I know, it can be frustrating. But here's the thing, you're not alone, and you're certainly not out of time. In fact, now might be the perfect moment to focus on one of the most powerful ways to keep yourself feeling strong, independent, and energetic well into the future. We all want to stay active, engaged, and as independent as possible, no matter our age. Whether it's moving freely around your home, enjoying time with family, or simply getting out and about without worrying about falling or feeling tired, staying independent is a goal that can really make all the difference in your quality of life. And the best part? Staying independent is possible at any age. In this video, we're going to talk about the number one exercise that can help you stay independent for life. No, it's not some complicated routine you need a gym membership for or anything that requires hours of your day. It's a simple, easy-to-do exercise that's accessible for almost anyone, no matter your fitness level. And the best part? You don't have to be a professional athlete to benefit from it. I want you to imagine something with me. Picture yourself in your 80s or even 90s, still able to move around without assistance, still able to get out of a chair without struggle, and still enjoying all the activities you love. Doesn't that sound wonderful? That's what staying independent for life can feel like, and there's one exercise that can help make that vision a reality. So, let's dive right in and talk about why this exercise is so important. You've probably heard a lot about the benefits of exercise for overall health, right? It's something that's drilled into us over and over. But when it comes to staying independent, there's one key area of fitness that is absolutely essential: strength. As we age, we lose muscle mass. It's a natural part of the aging process, but it can have a significant impact on our ability to do the things we love. Think about it. Muscle strength is what allows you to carry your groceries, lift a grandchild into your arms, or even stand up from a chair without feeling like you need to brace yourself. When our muscles weaken, we start relying more on other parts of our body or even outside help, which can lead to a loss of independence. But the good news is, you can actually reverse this process or at least slow it down. All it takes is a bit of intentional effort, and that's where our number one exercise comes in. The exercise I'm talking about is simple but incredibly effective: strength training. Now, I know what you might be thinking: strength training? Isn't that for younger people or bodybuilders? But let me tell you, it's never too late to start. In fact, for seniors, strength training is one of the most important ways to preserve muscle mass and, just as importantly, maintain bone density, balance, and mobility. When done correctly, strength training can also help prevent falls, reduce the risk of osteoporosis, and even improve cognitive function. Now, I don't mean that you need to start lifting heavy weights or working out like you're preparing for a fitness competition. The strength training I'm talking about is more about using your own body weight or light resistance to strengthen the muscles you need for everyday activities. Think about simple movements like squats, lunges, and even using light dumbbells or resistance bands. These exercises target the muscles that help with stability, posture, and overall strength, and they can be done right in the comfort of your own home, no gym required. It's important to note that strength training doesn't just benefit your body physically. It also has a powerful impact on your mental health. Regular strength exercises can increase the production of endorphins, which are the chemicals in your brain that help lift your mood and reduce stress. And when you feel better mentally, it's easier to stay motivated and continue doing the things you love. Now, let's talk about the first specific benefit of strength training that directly ties into staying independent: improved balance. Balance becomes more of a challenge as we age, and it's something we don't often think about until we're standing on one leg to reach something on a high shelf or trying to step over a small curb. But the truth is, balance plays a huge role in maintaining independence. One slip, one fall, and things can quickly change. Strength training helps to strengthen the muscles in your legs, core, and back, which are essential for maintaining balance. The stronger you are, the more stable you'll feel when walking or moving around. I want you to think about the last time you felt like you were on solid ground, physically and mentally. How did that feel? For many people, being strong and stable means being confident, whether it's walking down the street or simply getting out of bed in the morning. And that's one of the key things strength training helps with, the confidence to move without fear. The more you build strength, the more you'll notice that your confidence in your ability to move and function will grow. But there's more. As we continue, we'll explore other amazing benefits of strength training, including the way it can help you with something a lot of us face, joint pain. But before we get into that, let's take a moment and reflect on how just a few minutes of strength training can help you feel more in control of your body. Imagine being able to carry your groceries with ease or stand up from a chair without needing to push yourself up with your hands. It's empowering, isn't it? Now that we've covered the basics of strength training, including the importance of balance, let's move on to the next part, where we'll explore even more incredible benefits that this simple exercise can offer. Stay tuned, because there's so much more to share. So now that we've talked about how strength training helps improve balance, let's dive into another critical benefit, joint health. You might not think of muscles and joints as being closely related, but they really are. Your muscles support your joints by providing stability and absorbing the impact when you move. And the stronger your muscles are, the better equipped they are to protect your joints from wear and tear. As we age, it's not uncommon to experience aches and pains in our joints. Things like arthritis, hip pain, or knee discomfort can make it harder to stay active. But the good news is, strengthening the muscles around your joints can actually help alleviate some of that pain and reduce the risk of further damage. This is especially true for weight-bearing exercises, which work to keep the muscles around your knees, hips, and spine strong and healthy. The stronger those muscles are, the less stress they put on your joints. Let me give you a simple example. Think about when you stand up from a chair. If your leg muscles are weak, your knees and hips have to do more of the work, which can lead to discomfort. But if you've been doing some strength training, your muscles are better equipped to bear the load. Not only does this make it easier for you to move, but it can help reduce the wear on your joints over time, making them less likely to become painful or stiff. In addition to muscle strength, it's important to remember that flexibility plays a big role in joint health too. Strength training exercises that focus on your range of motion, such as squats, lunges, or even simple arm lifts, can help keep your joints mobile, preventing stiffness that can make movement more difficult. For example, a simple movement like a calf raise, where you lift up onto your toes, can strengthen the muscles in your lower legs while also promoting flexibility in your ankles. Over time, these small exercises can add up to a big difference in how well your joints function. Another fantastic benefit of strength training that directly ties into staying independent is the improvement in your posture. As we get older, our posture can start to suffer from a combination of muscle weakness, poor habits, and just the natural effects of aging. Maybe you've noticed that you're starting to hunch a little more or that your back feels stiff when you stand up. This can affect not just how you look, but also how you feel. Bad posture can lead to back pain, poor circulation, and even difficulty breathing, especially when you're bent over too much. But here's the good news, strength training can help reverse that. By strengthening the muscles in your back, shoulders, and core, you can improve your posture and make it easier to stand tall. You'll feel less fatigued when you stand, and you'll look more confident too. And that sense of confidence is incredibly empowering. When your posture improves, you'll notice that even small tasks, like washing dishes or reaching for something on a shelf, become less of a strain. Plus, standing tall with good posture can help you avoid unnecessary aches and pains that might come from slouching all day. I know you might be thinking, that sounds great, but I don't know if I can do strength training. Isn't it too hard, especially with joint pain or other concerns? I totally understand your hesitation. But the truth is, strength training can, and should, be modified to fit your needs. You don't have to start with heavy weights or intense routines. The key is to start slow, use proper form, and gradually increase your intensity as your strength improves. Let me give you an example of how you can begin. If you're worried about your knees, start with simple chair squats. These are squats you can do while holding onto the back of a chair or standing in front of one for support. It's a great way to activate the muscles in your legs and hips without putting too much pressure on your joints. As you get stronger, you can add light dumbbells or resistance bands for more challenge, but only if you feel ready. If you're worried about using weights at all, remember that your body weight is one of the best tools you have. Exercises like wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, or gentle lunges can build muscle and strength without any equipment. And as your confidence grows, you can slowly introduce more exercises into your routine. The beauty of strength training is that it's adaptable. No matter where you are in your fitness journey, you can find a level that works for you. And as you progress, you'll start to notice that the tasks you thought were getting harder, like walking upstairs, carrying groceries, or bending down to tie your shoes, are becoming easier. Now, let's move on to another critical benefit of strength training that often gets overlooked: cognitive function. You might not immediately think of lifting weights as a way to boost brain power, but there's actually a growing body of research showing that regular strength training can improve memory, focus, and even mood. That's right, strength training doesn't just make your body stronger, it also helps keep your mind sharp. You see, when you exercise, your body releases chemicals called endorphins, which are known to improve mood and reduce stress. But strength training specifically can increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that promotes the growth of new brain cells and supports overall cognitive function. So, if you want to stay mentally sharp and keep your mind as strong as your body, strength training is one of the best things you can do. And it's not just about keeping your brain sharp. Regular strength training can also help prevent cognitive decline and reduce the risk of diseases like dementia or Alzheimer's. Studies have shown that seniors who engage in regular strength training have a lower risk of cognitive impairment compared to those who don't exercise. It's like a mental workout as much as a physical one. By now, you can probably see why strength training is such an essential exercise for staying independent. It impacts your body in so many positive ways, from improving balance and posture to keeping your joints healthy and supporting your brain function. But there's still more to explore, and in the next section, we'll talk about how strength training helps you feel better, sleep better, and most importantly, continue doing the things you love without fear or hesitation. So, let's keep going and dive even deeper into how this powerful exercise can keep you feeling great and living independently for years to come. Now that we've talked about how strength training helps with balance, joint health, posture, and even cognitive function, let's dive into another key benefit: improved mood and energy levels. You've probably heard about how exercise can help lift your spirits, but did you know that strength training, specifically, can have an even bigger impact? As we age, it's not uncommon to experience periods of low energy, fatigue, or even feelings of depression. Life changes, the loss of loved ones, or the simple wear and tear of everyday life can all contribute to this. But here's the incredible thing: strength training has the power to fight back against those feelings. When you lift weights or do bodyweight exercises, your body releases endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in your brain that can help combat stress, anxiety, and even mild depression. And it's not just a short-term boost. Regular strength training helps to keep your mood elevated over time. In fact, studies have shown that seniors who engage in strength training have significantly improved mood and overall well-being. You might even find that your energy levels increase as you continue to work out. When you strengthen your muscles, your body becomes more efficient at carrying out daily activities. Tasks that once left you feeling tired or drained may become easier and quicker, leaving you with more energy for things you truly enjoy, whether that's going for a walk, spending time with family, or pursuing hobbies you love. And here's the best part: that improved energy doesn't just come from the physical benefits. Strength training helps regulate your sleep patterns, too. How many of you have had a tough time sleeping at night or have woken up feeling unrest? Sleep can become more challenging as we age, but strength training can be a game changer in this area. The reason is simple: as you build muscle, your body's need for recovery increases, and that means you naturally start to fall into deeper, more restful sleep. So not only will you feel more energized during the day, but you'll also sleep better at night, allowing you to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. I know it can sometimes feel like getting started with exercise requires so much effort and motivation, especially if you're just starting out or if you're worried about how your body will respond. But the truth is, the hardest part is often just taking that first step. Once you begin, you'll likely find that you enjoy the process more than you anticipated. And when you start noticing the physical and mental benefits, you'll want to continue, whether it's how your body feels stronger, how you stand taller, or how you can enjoy activities that once seemed out of reach. Strength training also doesn't have to be something you do alone. It can be fun and motivating to join a class, take part in a group, or even work out with a friend or family member. If you don't have a workout buddy, consider trying online groups or social communities that are focused on helping older adults stay fit. Staying connected with others while exercising can not only keep you motivated, but it can also create a sense of belonging and support, which is so important for maintaining a positive mindset. Of course, there will be days when it feels harder than others, and that's completely normal. The important thing is to keep going, even if it's just for a few minutes. Remember, every little bit counts. Whether you're doing 5-minute strength exercises in the morning or taking a walk to keep your muscles moving, it all contributes to your goal of staying independent. And as time goes on, you'll find that those small efforts really start to add up. Now that we've covered the physical, mental, and emotional benefits of strength training, let's talk about how you can start. If you're new to strength training, you don't need to worry about complicated routines or fancy equipment. Start with what feels comfortable for you. Bodyweight exercises like squats, lunges, and modified push-ups are a great place to begin. You can even use household items like water bottles or soup cans as makeshift weights to start building your strength. The goal isn't to lift heavy weights right away, it's to build a foundation of strength that will carry you through your daily life. And don't forget to start slowly. Focus on form and gradually increase your repetitions or the amount of resistance as you feel stronger. The key is consistency, not intensity. Start small, and as you continue to work on it, you'll notice that your strength and stamina improve. And, just as importantly, you'll feel more confident in your ability to move through your day without limitations. It's also important to include variety in your routine. As you build your strength, it's a good idea to include exercises that target different muscle groups, your legs, arms, back, and core. A well-rounded routine will help ensure that you're building strength in all the areas of your body that will keep you functioning at your best. And variety will help you stay engaged and excited about your workouts, which is essential to maintaining a long-term fitness habit. But perhaps most importantly, remember that strength training isn't just about building muscles, it's about improving your overall quality of life. Every time you get a little stronger, you're taking another step toward greater independence and freedom. Whether you're lifting a light dumbbell, doing a bodyweight squat, or walking around your neighborhood, each movement is a victory that brings you closer to the vibrant, active life you want to live. So, remember, it's never too late to start. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, strength training can help you continue doing the things you love with confidence. Small changes can make a big difference in how you feel, both physically and mentally. And if you stay committed to building your strength, you'll find yourself living with more energy, better mood, and most importantly, greater independence. I want you to feel empowered to take the first step today, knowing that every bit of effort you put in will pay off. So, go ahead, take a moment to imagine what your life could look like in a year or two if you stayed consistent with your strength training. Picture yourself still active, independent, and enjoying life on your terms. That's the kind of future you deserve, and strength training is the key to making it happen. I hope this video has inspired you to take charge of your health and independence. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what kind of exercises you've found most helpful. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on staying healthy, strong, and independent at any age. Here's to living your best life, no matter your age. Keep moving, stay strong, and always remember that you've got the power to stay independent for life.